Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. And today we are entering some very strange turbulent energies, and these are playing out in many different areas, and it's all interlinked with the heavenly bodies where the retrogrades are at, and the also the moon eclipses, the solar and the moon eclipses, the triage that's happened, or the one that's about to happen in a matter of in this coming weekend. I think we have about three and a half days yet to be able to get into that energy, and it's all in link to the solstice season, winter or summer, depending upon which area of the world that you are in. Now, I'm getting some very disturbing energies on the outer world that I have been waiting for somewhere around about, I would say, a good 5 and more decades to start to play out, and we are in the realms of this playing out, and there are many ways that we can actually circumnavigate and to find our way through these energies. And I'm getting a lot of people who have been coming to me privately to make me aware that these energies are sort of greater than where I am at. I also feel very uneasy in the fact that where I'm at has been like sitting in a constant cloud on the outer world, and there's these deep mists that don't often evaporate that is around me, and it is a sure sign that there are a program of abductees going on, and basically they have found me and honed in and are targeting on me as we are speaking, because we have this highly unusual weather that's going on just outside, which is an absolute sign that there are spaceships and that sort of thing that are focusing here. And I know that imminently I'm going to have to move yet again. Although they'll be able to track me into my location, there are areas where they take time to be able to reschedule their monitoring up close. So I know that that's about to come about, and it looks as though that many of us are going into a change ready for the September era, which there is a possibility that this is the next thing that's going to start to play out on our planet. For those of you who are very much involved with the outer world and what's going on there, my advice to you is to wholly go within your heart center. You have your own inner sat-nav as to where you need to be at for the next level that is going to play out, of which there is some opposition to prevent this. But considering this old dream was created even before your lifetime, and you were very much aware of what you were going through before you signed up to being here. And we have many levels that are playing out on this planet. We have the most obvious one, which comes under the energy of what we call the third dimensional controlling reptoid, or the lower entity of the reptoids. There's some very good reptilians working at a much higher vibration. But the ones that have a vested interest within our planet and humanity, and milking them dry, we are but food fodder. But there is another scenario playing out, which is the fifth dimension scenario that I have been watching for many a year, and I like not what they are playing out, because they are going about it like you have the angels that are split into the dark angels and the light angels, so that you have the divide going on. What is happening here is, we are your saviors, we are your protectors. Come and sign up for this grid, this crystalline grid or that crystalline grid. And with the opening of the the New Jerusalem is in actual fact being made more clear that it's an actual spaceship by the fifth dimensional beings that are wishing to whisk you away to start another seeding program elsewhere. My question to you, is this your highest purpose? Is this what you signed up for? Or are you, as an Etmerian, and there will be other groups, not just my own, that is holding the energies to take you on up in through to the seventh dimension? And we are holding within this group the sixth dimensional timeline wave frequency. And it is imperative that you connect constantly throughout the day with your heart center, and it can literally take a matter of a second or two, just a couple of deep breaths, to make sure that your mind has gone and anchored with the brain mind of your inner heart center. We don't do chakras on here. A chakra is a sure sign that you have gone through a past life where you have pitted yourself one against the other. For whatever reason, one country against another, black against white, doesn't matter. You have had your chakras, which is your soul, burst. This is in the Revelations about the opening of the seven seals. It's an inner journey. That's what the whole of those scriptures are about. It's an inner journey, not an outer world, and the fight that's going on within. And there is also the other aspect of, and for those of you who have ever followed through the Harry Potter films, I mean, this is what this was bringing through, this killing to be to split the soul into seven Horcruxes. This is another name for where we are at, and it's about pulling everything back into the heart center to become whole. There are many aspects in this, and we will cover this as we go deeper into our pathway as an Etmerian. And I can't take it any further at the moment. I am being blocked because of circumstances that need my attention in the physical body to get us through to the next level. And so please be aware, what is your heart center saying? Do not follow me blindly. I am not to be followed. I'm here to share with you what resonates within your heart center. And I do not want anybody trying to coerce me into being a guru or being put out there. I have my own journey too, and it is as difficult as yours. However, I am here to hold the light so that your light can also vibrate at an equal one, so that we can walk equally as we are in source. We are all equal beings. We all vibrate at a harmonious level of vibration, much beyond where this universe stands. And I know it's difficult. We're going through difficult times. And in this, I'm just going to take a drink if I can. We are heading over the next few months into much darker energies. Make sure that if you feel that you are required to either disconnect or to move, that you have done so before September. It will be advantageous. Whether or not it goes ahead is another matter, but at least you will be in place to where you know you are meant to be at. Trust your heart. And they're saying, don't ask me, ask your heart. Trust in your heart. And this is how you can start to hold a higher vibration, by trusting your heart that you will be guided. You already know what your moves. It's like a chess game, but we're not playing the chess game of the old way of Sonara. We are playing our own chess game, which is going on at the table next door to the old 3D and the fifth dimensional energies. And we are holding this higher vibration. We are at the moment hidden to a point where we cannot see what is to come out beyond this one. So it is going to be very interesting times. And all I suggest is the fact that you do not engage with anything. Just be an observer of how the world is playing out. You have your reason for being here. You have your destiny. You have your project, and that's all that matters. Make sure, no matter how the world changes, that you are not fear fodder, food fodder, and that you follow absolutely moment by moment where your soul is leading you. Times are going to get tough. We haven't even begun to see what is going to be rolled out in the 3D world. No fear, no being horrified. It is part of the old dream. And it is their final and last stand before they can no longer vibrate into that one. And the masses are not your concern. You are your concern. Because without you doing your bit, at a later moment, the other ones cannot then be brought into the higher vibration. We have no intentions of losing this game, because that's all it is. It's a organic computer game, and you are major players in this game, no matter what your circumstances. And your first and primary role is to keep your heart center open and aligned throughout every difficult moment of the day and the moments in between the difficulties that are now going to roll out. That doesn't mean to say that we are going to be part of this world, because we cannot achieve unless we are part of being a human being on the earth plane. But what it can mean is the fact you can say, okay, this is how the world is unfolding, but I am not giving my power into that dream. I am just purely observing it. I am the observer, not the actor within. Now, they're saying that there's going to be more to come over the next few days. I will trust them, because we've got another new moon, new thoughts, new seeds to be planted. And I find this time very, very difficult, this going into the dark moon and the 6 days prior to the new moon. I do find it very, very difficult, but it's where I get my most vibrant of connections beyond this world also. And we are also going into Mercury retrograde. I'm not too certain, because I'm not an astrologer. I just know it's about to happen. We're coming away from the Venus retrograde, so that has done its job. But we are now heading towards the Mercury one, which happens twice a year. And as I have Mercury retrograde within my birth chart, and it's actually, I believe it's in the Piscean part of my chart, that means I can absolutely swim very, very deep. And although some of these can be absolutely horrific because you're travelling back over old ground, one can go very, very icy deep. Icy deep to find the crystal within the structure of Mother Earth. And it goes from icy deep into the fire of the structure of the crystalline portion of oneself. Not the grids. We're not talking about the grids. That is another story, and I am not going to go there today. But the crystalline bit that you have within your body, you can access, because each of these crystals have gatekeepers into your knowledge. Often we have clear quartz crystals that come to us, and I'm talking about the single pointed ones, and we can have the ones that will bring absolute laser focus into what it is that you have implanted into your crystal. Each one has a set of agendas that is at your best interest. It is clear. You can see your own hidden agendas as to what you have implanted. It is not hidden, it is plain, hidden in the plain sight of you. And for those of you who do not have your crystal yet, just assure that your soul will be guided, that you will either be gifted one from an anonymous source. I cannot tell you how or when, but within you can see all the divine purposes in the pictures and even the lines, which is writing that you can bring within the heart center. Some say use the pineal gland. No, I say hold it to vibrate within the heart center. And as you can see on this one, we have got many lines of information. Each one is light language. And a light language can hold, just a tiny little triangle can hold whole volumes, encyclopedias of light wisdom within each one. And this is a time over these times of Mercury retrograde, that knowing, and you do not even have to have the crystal within your hand, but know that it is somewhere within the earth plane, that it will rise up the knowledge of the wisdom that you seek. And we don't seek wisdom, we seek knowledge. And that's, we don't seek knowledge, we seek wisdom, because knowledge is of the old school and does not allow you to obtain your mastery of your keystone, the 13th level. And they're saying to leave this with you today. I have no agenda, thoughts or whatever when I start, and this has brought some amazing information for myself as well for you. I had no idea that I'd be talking out on crystals. I do have a diploma in crystal therapy, which is how I originally started to unlock the meanings by a marvellous teacher some 20 years ago. And Spirit has always said to work with clear quartz crystal. These are the only ones that are worthwhile working with to hold the vibrations of your soul and the souls of the higher places of being to be able to shine out within you. If you visit Mars, and you can get yourself to the 14th dimensional group of beings there, and I have a fantastic friend, her name is Ashitsu, and she often speaks through me. They have crystals, a crystal temple within the inner structures of Mars itself, very deep within, and these actually go 2 miles high. Each of their crystal pillars will be 2 miles high and possibly further, and that's just one of their temples that they come and they sit within. And within this vibration, their wisdom is actually built into the ever-growing crystal. These are live crystals that grow, and from here there is much of your pathway embedded through the fire rocks of the Mars that you can now access through my own coding. And I give you permission to use my coding to link to that set. The lady that I spoke of, she is no longer there, and many of them have gone into hiding because Mars, the same as Earth, in the lower vibrations, are actually at war within this universe. We have a greater problem with the soul interplanetary system having been taken over by the controllers that are controlling our planet. So do be careful, and only access within your conjuncture of your inner being to access through the codes that I hold for you now. You will be monitored from a very, very high area that is far higher than this vibration. This is why I've come away from Facebook, and there will be fewer followers, but the ones that are now going to follow are the ones who needed to find me, because it is time for you to awaken and to start to take on board what it is you have come here to do. I do not know how long this is going to stay open for, but what it will do is activate you so that you can continue to work on your inner realms within this group and hold open the 6th through to the 7th. We're going on to the 7th timeline. And it will not be for the masses. It will be for the very high vibrational, because it only takes 1% of 1% of this populace to be able to do what it is we have come to do. And you, just by the nature of you watching, is a member. You do not have to ask permission. Only know that within your heart that you are at one and have always been at one. And you were selected amongst many before you even entered this universe, before you even came in to enter this timeline. They are saying to finish here for today, okay, and where are we going to go from here? I have a silence going on in the background of me. Are we going to go into card pulling today or not? Yes, they said to pull the first card, and I'm going to do that. Imagine. This is the card that we have pulled. It's a number 20. It's a 2. It's a partnership. This is a partnership number between us and the beings of Mars. The Ashitsu group of beings, the 14th dimensional vibration timeline. Do not go into the 8th dimensional timeline or below, because it is not in your best interest. Always imagine before you set out that you are focusing on the temples within Mars of the 14th dimensional vibration that hold the crystal temple. And it is a joint crystal temple of those beings, like we have our own crystal temple here on the earth plane that we hold energetically of, not physically. And imagine yourself within your moments of solitude, of sitting within this temple, of inviting me in to sit with you and those others of the group also. We are a group being, not just a one singular being, and there is power in the energy of united energies. So if you are one also, please do align with the other members within this group and trust that you are also the gatekeepers to keep out those who are nosy but not of this vibration. You will know. Just trust your inner child to be the sentinel as to who we allow within this group, because we are stepping forward into a new way of being. And there may be the possibility with this next round that's going to go that we can only actually link together on the inner planes. So today it would be vitally important, or whenever it is you are drawn to watch this video, to focus your energies onto being part of this group, an Etmirian. You are an Etmirian. Et means the, Mir means world peace. You hold the vibration at the highest level of love, world peace. Came before the times the Le Mur, which is the wall, as in the hidden agenda. You cannot see within their structures that they create. And I say, search out things like the Giant's Causeway and their six-sided structures that they actually use that hold the energy of the hidden agendas. We see clearly. We know clearly. We are love vibrational. And we will go to the next one. And we are birthing a new life. This is new life. It is 39, which is a 12. Not quite there to the keystone, but it means to say that you have all the pillars of the structures to be able to go the final leap, to make this anchored within here. You each have your own individual mission. You have your own inner satnav, your inner child that holds the sat-nav, and you will know as soon as you start to feel as though you're going off point, because your inner child will say so. Listen, feel, understand, see, imagine. We have the new moon here, and we are slipping into this new moon energy, and it is going to be mega powerful because it's the third one that has been edging us to let go that no longer serves us, ready to start our journey today, this weekend, of where you are going to go for the next 20, 30 years of your life. And they're saying to actually leave it there. Do I pull any more cards today? Yes, I need to pull another 2. Okay. We have a change in the wind, which is again is 12. So we're not quite there. And we have the black and white, the hidden agendas, now you see me, now you don't scenario. And this is turning away from where the masses are going. There is no need to be part of the masses, just to observe them. You are, after all, in a human body, and what no longer serves you will be dropped. But you are still needing to be present. And I know it's difficult to be without the fear, knowing that you are an observer only. You are not part of that program, you're just observing the program, the computer game that it is being played out. And you'll be able to easily see what is going on. You will not be able to take another with you. They are not Etmirans. They are not of this level. And even those of the 5th dimensional levels are actually engaging in the now you see me, now you don't, or the dark angel, the light angel, this way or that way, the divide and control. Observe in your observation tower above the masses that is going to be coerced into this new way of being. The blind leading the blind. And we'll go on to the next card. Co-create. And this is a 40. Which is often referred to as having stability, foundations. And we have here your egg of your co-creation with your wisdom. And we have here the feline energies of the Leo, the cat people, the lesser cat people, I am being told. Not the major ones, but the lesser cat people. This is another constellation entirely, but I have had conversations with the lesser cat people, and they are helping us to co-create by holding the feline female energy within what it is that we are creating through our wisdom. We are about to plant the seed of, as we come in, we're going to start to do that now, to co-create your future life from your imagination as to where you are going to bring your new life into the scenario. And you're also co-creating with your soul and your imagination. And your soul sits automatically within source. It is a source energy, it is not a chaos energy. There is no chaos in source. I have been there many times, even within this lifetime, with my near deaths. And when you sit within the group of source with your soul, and it's almost like being one of those little tadpoles or jellyfish type scenarios, where you can see, but you cannot see the scenario of the other souls that you are co-creating with. You are just a part of them, and it is by osmosis that everything can then filter down into your world, into your being. They're saying to leave that there, and we'll carry on to the next level. At the moment, this is a 25, which is 7. 7 equates to chaos. We are in a group of lower chaotic universes created out of chaos, and not our normal ones that we normally request, which are out of love. This was not our creation. This is a creation that has come about through chaos. And it is that which is the underlying problem, greater than this one universe, that we are here to deal with. We are here to suck everything back into co-creating with Source through your pure imaginations, without chaos being a part of it. It is a different way to live. And we are just being sucked round and round and round and round. All the stars have been sucked into this game of chaos since the day it was birthed. And we are part of a group. There are 6 of these universes against trillions of universes that have no chaos in them. But this one is of the same lineage that we are about to begin to address. And this is 34, which is another 7. So we got lots of 7s, lots of chaos trying to interfere. And so to rise up above the chaos, the universe, your soul, is giving you a leg up to be able to see a clearer picture of what is going on in your observations. You are to become the observer, rise above everything that's about to be played out, which I can assure you is going to be tough. That is the agenda that we are here to observe only. But only by being here can we bring in a solution that will bring to an end this chaos that is reigning within this level, these levels of universes. And we will go on, time to go, which is 45, which is 9. And what we are doing is time to go. Do not ensconce yourself with the old way and where they are going. I'm just going to take another sip of water if I can. Leave behind anything that no longer is going to be part of your new life. And for many of you, that means changing locations, changing the people around you, changing what you do. Only you know what it is, because your soul is constantly whispering in your heart of knowing, so you really know what it is you're doing. And do not rely on what is going. Leave that behind. Leave that to the masses who want to go there. You have chosen not to go there, simply because you have become part of this group. Time to go and to follow wherever it is in the world physically that you're drawn to, with people who you are drawn to do whatever it is that you are drawn to do. You know. What do you enjoy doing the most? Your inner child will absolutely rise and absolutely delight and go out dancing, skipping on the pavements that you are walking with your inner child in your co-creating. And the last one we have is building blocks. And we have building blocks which is beneath 4, which 4 or 40, which equates to 4, which is your building grounds. And this is 28, which comes to a 10. And 10, can I remind you, it does not have the keystone, the 13th one. You are at a level. And it's a question of looking at your building blocks. What needs to go? Is your foundation strong enough? Where do you have to move to? Or what do you need to walk away from? You have all the answers. You know when your heart sinks, because your inner child will let you know. And you need to look at your building blocks, and perhaps even need to look at building again and again. Because unless you build your building blocks strongly, your imagination will not occur, and you end up being sucked round and round and round into the old dream. Those who are controlling the thoughts and the behaviours and the circumstances here on this earth plane. Let it go. Build strongly. And don't worry if you have to build it over and over again. This is a matter of life. This is often because we are within the shadow of like the veil. We cannot often get beyond the veil. Sometimes we just need to trust and to have a go. And if it doesn't solidify, either it's been sabotaged, and so we need to look at who's sabotaging it, or we need to let it go. That it was never meant for us in the first place. Just keep picking yourself up, dusting yourself up, getting the leg up for the better view of where you are going in life, and to head off. Okay, I am going to go over into this one. It is getting quite a long reading, and I am being told to just... Any more? Or is that it? They are saying just take the one for today. Okay, I will do that. And we have the poppy field. The poppy was envisaged after the World War to be able to denote a peaceful new beginning. The red recognises the blood that has been spilt from the masses that have been pushed into the round and round and round scenario. Let this not be you, let this remind you to be the observer only. Don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. Go within. Look at where your imagination is. Look to where you're co-creating with your wisdom that's held with your own soul. Take the time to not rush, but allow the universe to deliver to you the openings. Be aware that there is change and time to go, but don't force it, because you could force it into going round and round and round again, rather than actually stepping into the power and the direction of where you are at. I'm going to leave that one with you for today. I hope that has been of help. And yes, do please comment and start to build within the group, because I am but one person, and the group, it would be better to be grown outside of me, but part of me also. I need others of you to step up, because this is not a following scenario. This is an interaction policy, is what they're saying. And you will know where it is that you can bring in your skills. I am but one person. You are but many. And doors will now need to be opened up for you to bring your bit. If I discover that somebody is going off track, it is not a bad thing. It is just a question of bringing enlightenment. But what I'm looking for is the growth that you have, what I do not. We'll leave it there, and may your heart star shine brightly.